Radiance have been quietly building one of the most interesting catalogues in boutique cinema, and then something like this drops. Iphigenia, a Greek tragedy film from 1977, it's not the kind of thing that screams to me straight away as a must watch, but trust me, this one is. This might be one of the most powerful, devastating, incredibly nuanced releases that Radiance have put out. It's directed by the man who did Zorba the Greek. So you know you've got someone who understands performances, dealing with scale, dealing with emotion and putting that on screen. And is based on the Euripides tragedy, a story that's so simple but absolutely brutal and devastating.
Ο βασιλιάς του Άργους Αγαμέμνων πρέπει να θυσιάσει την πρωτότοκη κόρη του.
A king must sacrifice his own daughter to appease the gods to send his army to war, and that is the catalyst for everything that comes after that. This is one of those films where you feel the weight of every decision that's made. It's not fast, it's not flashy, it builds with this consistent sense of dread that just sits with you the whole time. You're in this barren landscape. You have people who are ready, primed for war, who are destined to make history, but are held back by the elements that are stopping them from moving forward. They have one simple choice to make, or one man has a choice to make that can allow these people to move on and complete their purpose. He just has to sacrifice his daughter, and there's a weight in that. You're dealing with duty, power, sacrifice, but more importantly, human cost. What happens when the leadership demands something that's completely unthinkable, and you have this baying masses of an army just waiting for the powers to make a decision on this? And the film doesn't soften it at all. It doesn't make it an easy decision to make. It makes it tumultuous. It makes it difficult. It makes it defining in these people. I love the directions here. It's staged in an almost theatrical way. It's never static, and there's a kind of controlled, deliberate pacing, and then it lands with this really heavy weight building towards it throughout the film. And there's no wasted moment. Everything feeds into that central tragedy, and there is something really compelling just in general about the production value, the amount of extras, this dusty, sandy place where they are forced to wait for the elements to be right for them to move. You've got all this wonderful costuming. The actors are fantastic, giving this air of superiority and patience and guile. But when the decision comes across, when the choice is put in front of them, you start to feel the weight pressed down on these people who were infallible up to that point. It's not really a film you enjoy in the traditional sense. It's not flashy and it's not big, and it doesn't have the big battles, even though we've got thousands of extras and we are waiting for this big sequence. It's one where you feel it's a powerful, uncontrollable and completely absorbing film, and by the end it has left an indelible mark on the viewer. I was compelled by this one. I knew the grander scale of these Greek myths that are here, the Euripides tale, but it's the nuance put upon this decision. It's taking this one moment from that tale and just stretching it out and letting the character work really push the narrative and the weight of the decisions that's here. This looks great. Like I said, it is a stunning looking film, and when you and immediately start it and you have all the extras and you have the people and the horses and you have the stature of the actors, you feel like you're in full control here. You understand that someone knows the material and is giving it the reverence that it actually needs, and it just looks crystal clear as well. As always with Radiance, there are some interesting extras on the disc. Let's dive in, have a look. Here we are in the disc for Iphigenia. Let's go to the special features. First up we have Dimitrios Papanikolaou. In this interview, Greek film expert Dimitrios Papanikolaou explores Iphigenia and the work of legacy of director Michael Cacoyannis, one of Greece's most internationally renowned filmmakers. Filmed exclusively for Radiance in October 2025. He talks a little bit about the director's career, his beginnings, about the stars that he had on the film, the gestation of the film. It's a great behind the scenes info pack on and the cast, the crew and the creation of this production. Next we have the Cannes 1977 press conference. This archival footage shows Michael Cacoyannis and Irene Papas at the press conference for Iphigenia at the 1977 Cannes Film Festival, where the film competed for the Palme d'Or, originally broadcast on French television in 1978, and this runs for 11 minutes 3 seconds. It's great seeing some of the footage of the film at the time as well, and how kind of degraded it looks now, and then going into conversation about the actual film. Finally, we have Michael Cacoyannis and Irene Papas. This archival interview excerpt from Aujourd'hui magazine's Live from Cannes special features Michael Cacoyannis and Irene Papas discussing their work on the film. Originally filmed for French TV in 1977, it runs for 6 minutes 12 seconds, and there's been similar extras on other discs where we just have, it's a really laid back casual feeling about it, sitting on a deck just looking out over beautiful vistas as they just kind of chit chat about the film. It's short, but it's really interesting to see them just kind of talk about the film. Also included in this set is a 20-page booklet which has the new essay Michael Cacoyannis, Iphigenia, aesthetic and moral complexities in a flawed masterpiece. That's the extras for Iphigenia. If you're looking for something easygoing, Iphigenia is not that. It's for people who are into world cinema, who are into classic storytelling, it's into powerful performances, into people who are looking for Greek mythology and looking for actual stories boiled down to the weights of decisions here. For me, this is a hidden gem. It's one of those films that maybe doesn't get talked about enough, but it absolutely should. Radiance have done it yet again, bringing something important, something powerful, and giving it the release it deserves, highlighting a film I never even knew existed until it landed in my hands. If you've seen this, I'd love to know your thoughts on Iphigenia, because I'd love to hear different takes on it. And if you're into this kind of film and you're into Radiance, I want to know where you think it stands. Is this the kind of thing you want Radiance really bringing forward for you? As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com, always in which you can support. Thanks for watching. See you next time.